in a formal question, but I just want to know kind of your thoughts about it. When I was a new devotee, I was doing some service, we were kind of shooting the breeze, and the question was raised: if you died right now, how confident are you that you would go back to God?
That you wouldn't, or
that
would?
You would.
Right.
And it got me thinking. I was like, yeah, no, the chances aren't looking great. So, I don't know. I just wanted to, because sometimes Prabhupada says we talk about birth after birth. It doesn't matter if I'm.
Yeah, that's a good question. I didn't have time to talk about that, but I was going to. I think it's similar to the question on detachment. If you evolve in devotional service to the point where you're totally fixed on pleasing Krishna, that's it, then this question doesn't come up. Should I desire to go back to Godhead? Should I desire, you will just desire whatever Krishna wants. If Krishna wants you to go back to Godhead, okay, he does. When Prabhupada talks about going back to Godhead, he's talking to conditioned souls who are entangled in this world. That you should go back to Godhead. You should want to go back to Godhead because right now you want to stay here. But the pure devotee doesn't. It's no longer an issue because he's already back to Godhead, even though he's here.
But it's not my material desire. Willing to go back to Godhead is not a material desire.
It is not the purest desire, but if that's what your guru wants you to desire, because Prabhupada said we should want to go back to Godhead, and so because he's telling us that at a stage when we don't really want to, we don't want to as much as we should want to. So he's saying, no, you should want to, and it means that I should not want to enjoy this world, but I should want to give up this world and go back to that world. That's what it means. And so you take initiation, and the spiritual master says, I promise to take you back to Godhead. You promise to follow me. So that's the general idea. The guru is coming to take all the conditioned souls back to Godhead. If that conditioned soul advances significantly, Nadanam Najanam Nasundarim, then he doesn't care anymore. So it's no longer even on his mind. Just what's on his mind is I just want to please my guru. I want to serve him, whatever, or even I want to go where he is preaching right now. And devotee tells a story. Said Prabhupada. I think the story is that the devotees were talking. Said, I wonder where Prabhupada's going to go after he leaves the earth. And one of the devotees was Prabhupada's servant. So I said, let's go ask him. So they went in. And Prabhupada said, I want to preach in the hellish planets. In my next life, I think I'll go to the hellish planets and preach. And so when devotees heard that, naturally, like, I want to go with Prabhupada. So now, if you say, I don't want to go back to Godhead, I just want to do whatever Prabhupada wants, and you're full of material desires, it's better you cultivate the desire just to go back to Godhead, because it's not true what you're saying, it's not real, right? So you have to act according to your level and your realization. But the main thing is, detachment is a byproduct. It's never forced. You can't force detachment. It's a byproduct of spiritual purification, of good association, of better chanting, and so forth. And you can create boundaries in your life so you don't engage in sense gratification, right? But it doesn't mean you're detached. It just means you're determined and you're dharmic, so you're not going to do it. But you're not detached, right? Detachment, so you're brahmachari, okay, I'm not mingling with women and like that. Are you detached from women? No. When you're 75, will you be more detached from women than you are now? Probably. But externally, you're still acting the same way. You're not entangled, or not entangled. You're not engaged too closely, just as you did with brahmachari. But now it's because you don't have to do that. You just don't do it. It's not your world. But as brahmachari, young man, you like women, so you have to create some boundaries socially. So detachment's like that. It's first, you have to do certain things, but certain things you can't fake. You say, well, I'd like to take sannyas. You can't fake it. I'd like to chant 64 rounds and eat once a day. You can't fake it. That has to be a result of your advancement. But other things you can do. I'm going to get up at 3 instead of 4. You can manage that. I'm going to eat twice a day instead of 3 times. You can probably manage that. You can, at least you can see if you can manage it like that. So just be advanced. And one time Prabhupada said, if we was asked, well, if we remember you and forget Krishna at the time of death, will we go back to Godhead? Prabhupada thought, and he said yes. And then another time, a similar question came, what if we don't think of Krishna at the time of death? Krishna said, I will think of you. If you've done service, he will think of you. So service never goes in vain. So, you calculate how advanced you are, how attached you are, but Krishna can do so many things. Say, oh, you've done so much service, I just pull you off.
It's funny because it's very related to what I went through. Yeah, I was thinking like, oh, I'm gonna die, but I was like, this is it. I felt like relaxed. I wasn't like, oh,
It's
man,
not the
so
end.
sad. Yeah, exactly. I was like, this isn't the end. I was like, oh, I'm going back to Godhead, but I was like, this isn't the end. I know I'm going to continue where I'm at.
Yeah.
It was a feeling I had, a very intense feeling.
Nice. Yeah. So that's from all your devotional service, Krishna gave you that realization, or you already cultivated that realization. That was kind of the point of the purport. What we're cultivating now is going to, it's unlikely to manifest some different consciousness at the time of death. I mean, you could, but generally you'll manifest what you've cultivated. Okay, last question.
I just have the quote. I mean, it's the quote of what you're saying. Krishna will remember you. But if you have a question,
No, you first.
Want to read it? Yeah.
sure. Srila Prabhupada says, so if you become Krishna conscious once, even if at that time you were so-called unconscious, that still Krishna is with you. He is not forgetful. And Krishna remembers. He has done so much for me. Prabhupada. So if you become Krishna conscious once, oh wait, this is repeating. Therefore, he will give you the proper result. Don't think that at the time of your death, because you're so completely out of consciousness, therefore there is frustration. No, there is no frustration. There is no frustration. Because your activities are already recorded by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is situated within your heart. So therefore, there is no question of frustration. You just practice. While you are in good health,